Really bad.
Oh, no, sorry now.
And I'm on.
Yeah.
It's a nightmare. Take care. Bye, Jan. Yeah.
Hi, Matt.
Yeah.
So, you know, yeah, there's late nights from over here.
Oh, yeah. All right.
No, it's not.
Oh, great. I'm making cutting board. You get a Christmas gift, cutting board, Christmas gift. Cutting board, Christmas gift.
Great idea. My mother needs one. We just got this tiny one.
That's, yeah. Yeah, I know, it's got a big beard. I trimmed mine up. I know.
Recognize you. I said, who is that? You got a cap on and everything. Oh, my goodness.
How's fishing? Been fishing at all? Jan?
No, actually not, but my son-in-law has been down the Naugatuck River and he's got a couple salmon already.
They're in there.
Ice fishing, that's coming up. That's my thing.
It's always nice to come here because there's always a lot of participation. We appreciate the participation. So nice to see you. Nice to see everybody. I missed you last time I had a meeting. I forgot what it was. I already a meeting.
Yeah, right. The meetings and we drive it here. I mean, we drive people, the meeting is over.
She had hot for this one.
Yeah.
And I give them the schedule.
Oh, you gotta.
She comes in on Friday, so she'll probably do.
Okay, I'm gonna call the meeting to order. At 5 o'clock. Thank you. Let's stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
On the phone.
Under God. Justice for all. Thank you. May I have a motion by the commissioner to approve the minutes of September 14th, 2022 regular meeting?
I make a motion to approve the minutes of the September 14th, 2022 regular meeting.
I was taking it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Yeah. You're good for the minutes?
You didn't hear me?
No.
I just said I.
Great. Okay, yeah, I know. Okay, all right. Okay, minutes have been accepted. Okay, Christina, Executive Director's report, please, for September.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for coming. All of the drawdowns for federal operating funds for federal sites were completed for the month of September. Public housing move-ins, we had 5 new move-ins, 1 at George B. Lewis 1, which is Osborne Road, 1 at Robert E. Hutt, and 3 here at Oak Terrace. No transfers and 2 move-outs, 1 at George B. Lewis 1 and 1 over at Robert E. Hutt. Housing Choice Voucher Program, 1 move-in, no transfers, and 5 move-outs, We're currently up to number 80 on the housing choice voucher waiting. We're kind of on hold now because our program's at full capacity. Waiting list, George B. Lewis 1 and 2 sites. We have 37 applicants remaining. List is closed. Lewis Circle 2-bedroom, we have 63 applicants remaining. List is also closed. Lewis Circle 3-bedroom, 24 applicants remaining, also closed. Robert E. Hutt Congregate, 64 applicants remaining, and that list is currently open. I accidentally posted that there were 90 people on the waiting list last month, and I realized, looking back at my reports, but that was actually the age. The fields, I had crossed the 2 fields, so I apologize for that. Oak Terrace Studio Apartments, 36 applicants remaining. 1-bedroom, we have 7 applicants remaining. That list is also closed. Section 8 waiting list, 420 applicants remaining. That list is also closed. Property updates, George B. Lewis 1, 71 Osborne Road. The curbing at George B. Lewis 1 is actually complete now. And milling is being done this week. So those both driveways at that site will be milled by the end of the week. And paving is estimated for next week. So Carmelina and Adam are doing an awesome job at like juggling people and cars. We were nice enough, the church was nice enough to allow our residents to park there temporarily during the paving. So, and we're trying to, you know, encourage the aides to park down there in the visitor area. So everyone's cooperating and that's moving along well. George B. Lewis 2, I was still waiting for an updated paving quote from Coach Yule, which came through today, or I'm sorry, last week. And that's been submitted to Athena's. And our attorney's gonna follow up and we'll probably have another meeting set up. The HUD inspection sites, George, postponed to later this year due to the construction. Lewis Circle, HUD inspected Lewis Circle on September 22nd. We received a score of 90 out of 100, which is very high. So now we're not subject to inspection for another 3 years. So it makes, which is good, and you know, we get more money for federal operating dollars. The kitchen fire at 44 Lewis Circle, fire damage repairs are complete. The building department approved the repairs. We are repairing the bathroom tub and floor as the drain trap leaked into the kitchen during the fire repairs. So we're fixing that. And those back in the apartment by the end of this month. Robert E. Hutt Congregate Complex, the heating contractor TriStar is installing new radiators in the tenant apartments on the first floor. Our maintenance staff is working daily to coordinate moving the furniture so they can put the new radiators in. And they're making great progress there. We also offer transfers to tenants with mobility issues, walkers, wheelchairs, etc., because we had 2 vacant apartments on the first floor. So we did allow those people to move down, because in the event the elevator's down or anything, it definitely impacts those people because they can't use the stairs. So we did that. Maritza processed the transfers and we moved them down, and maintenance will repair those or paint those apartments and we'll release those. Oak Terrace, we're still waiting response from Eversource with respect to the gas line options so that we can procure the new generator for the community room. We have 1 eviction nearing completion, 1 more still in process. Miscellaneous, our audit is complete and scheduled for presentation to the board via special meeting scheduled for October 27th, beginning at 1 p.m. along with our agency plan hearing for federal sites. I'll be distributing all that paperwork to the board later this week. Audit reports are being disseminated to the board members for review. I'm in the process of compiling information for our GASB 75 survey, which is needed prior to our next audit. But I want to get it done if possible by the end of the year so we can be ready to go with that. That's a pension survey for municipal workers, et cetera, that we have to have done for our audit. And that's it.
Any questions?
Yes. The GBO 1.
Mm-hmm.
Well, number 1, they came in on Wednesday to dig up the driveway. I know you were closed on Monday.
Mhm.
There were quite a few people that lived there who knew this was going to happen on Wednesday. But so some of the people knew and some of the people didn't know.
Mhm.
So this was very difficult. Because I am gonna say the short notice.
Mhm.
People had groceries, they had pharmacy, and they had appointments, and they quickly had to cancel or run out to the store.
Mhm.
That was one thing. Now, over here, we have the railings. The railings are down.
Mhm.
We're coming to winter. If we're not going to refurbish them now, I would suggest the old ones go up for the winter, especially by building two by the garage. You have two elderly people
Mhm.
and it is on a definite hill.
Mhm.
So if we're getting late, I would suggest the old ones up. And then in the spring, we do hoping to do.
Mhm. Well, the railings are actually on order already, new railings. We decided, we did explore refurbishing them and it ended up being almost more money because of the transport, because these are long railings. They have to cut them into sections and they go to two different plants, one for sandblasting, one for powder coat. It ended up being more money. So we said, we'll just do new railings.
Right.
So the railings are on order. They did say 6 to 8 weeks out. So I'm anticipating well before winter, those railings will be back in.
Okay.
If we have an emergency situation, we can always, have somebody come in and put in a temporary railing. But we stress the urgency of it, so I'm guessing hopefully next month they'll come in and.
It's just that my concern is it could be an accident waiting to happen.
Right. And
Try to avoid it.
exactly. And with respect to the paving, I apologize for the short notice. I think what happened is the contractor looked at the weather, which said Thursday night was gonna be rain. So they wanted to get the reclaiming done before the rain. And now that's probably why there's a gap, because Thursday and Friday's rain, so then they'll pave Monday. But Carmelina did mention that residents may be allowed to park in the driveway over the weekend.
Yes.
We'll just have to get clarification from the contractor. We
Right.
can post that, as long as people understand they need to move by Monday AM or whenever they're coming back to start paving.
Because
He's reputable, so he'll be fast.
walking over to the path to Walmart is a story to behold.
Yeah, I know,
And
it's
I
a little
get to
rough,
do
'cause it's a little trail there, yeah. But I appreciate everyone's patience in the process, but we'll be done soon. Carmelina's doing a great job. But like I said, sometimes we get short notice from the contractor due to weather related issues.
Any other questions? Okay, Christine, can you read the maintenance director's report? for
Sure.
September, please?
For September, from our maintenance department, unit renovated total, we had 2 completed. There's others in process, but they're much involved. There's a bathroom remodel over at Lewis Circle and a couple of other issues that are taking longer in other apartments. Completed 8 after hours calls, 4 with no dispatch, 107 work orders were completed. Blade and Fillmore delivered monthly food bank delivery of food boxes to NHA residents at Oak Terrace and Robert and Hutt. Community rooms, bless you, and restrooms were cleaned at Oak Terrace and GBL sites. The grass was cut 2 times at all sites and weed whacked. Sidewalks were blown multiple times for Acorns, here at, Oak Terrace. Maintenance gutted the bathroom in 16 Lewis Circle, new sheetrock tub and toilet were installed. 7A, Dakin unit was cleaned by MJ Daly. Moved furniture at Hut Apartments for new heating radiator install, which is ongoing. And mechanics report, he repaired a backup alarm and a tailgate handle on the 2006 Chevy Silverado. Sharpened the mower blades, dropped the Kubota off at the dealer for free winter services, and the changed oil in the new sit-down mower. And that's it for maintenance.
Any questions on the maintenance report?
This is what I want to hear.
Okay, is our police department, is he up there?
It's not me, I'm the social worker, so I think Sergeant Detective on vacation this week.
Oh, she is, okay.
We'll do 2 next time.
Mhm.
But if there are any concerns, I can be sure to bring them.
Okay. So do we, Matt, do you want to open the floor for any police questions or just wait till public comment?
You'll just do it, I'll just do it on the public.
Okay.
You have the report, you don't have a report.
I don't remember the floor.
Oh, I never got last month's report, you know.
With the minutes?
I never got-
I went to prepare you for a meeting, no report.
The minutes are now. Or was it? There?
No, we don't have, no, they didn't have anything, so, right, other than their weekly report. Okay, so, oh, look at this. Old and new business, none. All right. So open it up for public comment at 5:13. Yep. Hi,
Hi, next order in Naugatuck, Terrace. Are we having a flu shot clinic here?
I believe Alita is gonna coordinate that. They're just starting, to offer that at George B. Lewis, I believe. Or Robert E. Hunt, one of the other two sites. So now the pharmacy should be reaching out to all the RSVs.
Okay, the other thing is, since the cameras are up, they seem to be working well in the areas that they're aiming at, but it has driven all the nefarious activity behind the building.
okay, that's good to know. Thank you for letting us know that.
Yeah, I mean, that's behind my apartment. So that's not cool.
All right, what building is that, man?
9.
Between 9 and 10.
9 and 10. On the bench in between 9 and 10 too.
And the light post is off.
Yeah, the one. Oh, that's like, yeah.
Back light.
9.
Okay, all right, hold on. All right, so we have the light, so it's building 9 and 10. They're using our bench and the light post is out.
Post that's in between 9 and 10, the light is off. Yes.
Okay.
All right, we're
I'll
on.
reach out to the borough. I just have to get the poll number. I'll do that before I go.
One number, 25 to 20. You used to have cameras in there, right? Because it seems like every week, you know, the guy comes once a week, does what he has to do. There's always breaking one machine at least, once a week in both places. Do you see anything on your cameras?
As far as somebody breaking a machine, no. No, but I haven't, I wouldn't know what to watch for. I mean,
Well, like that one, somebody got mad.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, we're talking about one of the laundry rooms. Sue, what laundry room is that?
20 and 25.
into, because I could review that day. Do you remember?
I think it was when Mervitz came back from vacation,
Okay.
and I told her to look on her camera and see if she saw who broke the one in 20.
You can see on the camera.
But it's every week, they're busting their machine in both places, you know?
Okay. I'll check the cameras and see what I can find out.
All right. Any, okay, just, all right. Just behind you. Yep.
You'll look up 16, one of the washers are broken down again. So people are going in here a lot and they're not able to wash their clothes, so they just leave and go back home.
Is it the same one, Paulette?
It's the one next to the wall. The
Okay.
other one is working, but the one.
Has anyone called? Because there's a number on the front of the machine.
Because I believe people told me they called. And I.
Well, is that the one that keeps on breaking down?
Every building.
Well, the one that was breaking down. was-
Okay, all right. Good.
Okay.
One conversation, please.
Who the fuck's the ringleader?
Okay.
Have them check the laundry rooms and the machines and we'll follow up with CSC.
I think I wouldn't rely on if someone said I called, I would just call yourself. So then we know, So just do that, and that, that's just gonna add to it, so if someone says, oh, I called, and then this call. Please, that's something we can take care of, I would think fairly quickly,
You see a lot of he comes out and he does things.
yeah.
They're doing
amount for $7,777.
Be an issue, is that right?
Yeah.
Basically, right? Okay, yeah. Okay, let's, yeah. I hope they were boxers, okay. All right. Any other, yes, sir.
Yeah, if I could backtrack, vaccinations, you're talking about flu shots and the newest vaccination. Naugatuck Pharmacy is giving them out again.
Okay,
And Sanjay, the owner, is, amenable to the idea of coming here and doing it again.
oh,
So if you want to
wonderful.
reach out to
Good,
him,
okay, I will.
The new COVID shots out.
yeah, the Amazon or whatever, yeah.
Oh, great, maybe he'll do both.
Mhm.
Is that the pharmacy
No, it's a pharmacy.
underneath the bridge?
Yeah,
Or the
he
old,
came here and did the last,
right.
did the last. two
Well, that's good, he's a
vaccinations.
local guy, right? Okay, that'd be great to do that, okay,
He's wonderful too, and he even went to some people's apartments that were immobile.
oh, that's good, awesome.
Nice
All right.
guy.
Any other public comment? Sure.
It's been about, maybe 3 years. When will they be coming back into, maybe power wash the porches in the back doors? Here in Oak Terrace? And they are quite, dirty and black and.
I thought, did you don't you power wash it
We
as
have-
they need them?
Yeah, we have power washers, so we did them,
Like 3 years ago.
yeah, but we didn't do them this year. We were supposed to finish up and.
Mark Magus was there.
Yeah. Yeah, when Mark Magus was there, that was a couple years ago. But we weren't as busy with, other issues, but we could try and pick it up again and put it on the schedule. Or look into hire somebody.
That's what she's gonna do, put it on schedule.
Is yours particularly bad? Is it? It is.
Even the back, it's all,
It's this, another resident was concerned that her visitors would be viewed by the neighbor's camera. The citizen explained that as long as the camera is not pointed at the other resident's doors or apartment, it would be acceptable.
Do you know who that is?
I don't know.
Oops.
I
know, well, it's Oak Terrace, so we have a lot of trees and these things are shady and, so I'll see what we can do. I'm sure some buildings are worse than others, but it is a pretty shady place, so let me see what we can do with that.
now, building
Let me tell you
36.
something. My father was in a fucking place. Don't get me going on that. These fucking shingles are not fucking mold resistant. I'll go ahead and find out.
Hey,
that?
hey, who is that? Knock it off.
Did you just mute him?
I wish you could hear me.
Can you hear me?
Hello?
Hello?
Conversation with somebody else. But because I didn't want to mute everybody in case Jan has comments.
Jan, we're gonna mute everybody. Can you hear me, Jan?
Yeah, I can hear you. Listen, just knock
We
that
muted
guy
him.
out of the meeting. That's all you
I
gotta
know
do.
where.
I wonder who that is.
That's right.
Let me write down his number.
So they can unmute themselves if they want to talk.
Okay.
All right, okay, that'd be great. That was extremely helpful.
Yes.
Okay. Shoot me a hand signal, Jan, if you need to say something.
I think they can unmute themselves.
Okay, so I'm sorry, now 8 and,
Yeah, well, building
yep, okay, I got you.
building 36 from my mom's house. We had the tree, when I had the storm and the trees came down on that building and then, we had a tree cut down. And that whole building was kind of like, got really filthy because of all that. And I have been asking about,
36, building,
36. I ended up going out and taking Fantastic and washing the town.
we got the month of, we got something, we'll see, we
I
can,
did that when I was-
Is anybody else in dire need of having that done? It's not, I mean, most of your buildings are represented here.
That's the best.
Yeah.
The concrete walk stuff, yeah. Okay, all right, well,
Basically, it's all the buildings. The last time we had it done was.
yeah, right, that's good.
It's like 3
Front
years
and
ago.
back.
Okay.
Another thing, what's been happening with our projects? Nothing's been done. All the trees are being marked and nothing's coming down. We're supposed to have, meetings about parking.
Well, all right, yeah, you know, what?
Yeah, for a minute. You know, every time I turn around, there's projects being done at Robert Lee Hut, here and there, whatever. What do we have to do in order to get our jobs going? I mean, Chris, what do you do how did you get the funds to get this Robert Lee Hut rebuilt?
The same way we had our renovations here, remember, were you here before the renovation?
I heard about.
Yeah, before you came, we totally renovated all the apartments here. There was asbestos, they removed it all, put new, kitchens in, put new bathrooms in, repaved the whole site, put new sewer laterals in. So that was, $2.6 million, and we borrowed $1.5 million to cover $5 million worth of renovations here. So we're still paying for the financing on that because the grant didn't cover everything. And then we prioritized cameras because that was what the majority wanted, and we just spent reserves on cameras.
No, I commend you on the camera, it's.
and we also currently, we have a grant in place, or we're trying to, secure a grant to replace all the, heat pumps, heating and air through the building, so.
The Deacons, yeah.
Yeah, and so that's, we're waiting on the state for that, so we're working on things, it just hasn't, but I understand that's true, the trees are all marked, and I think we talked about taking trees down as, and I just think, yeah,
It's like every year you mark them and you say, here's a piece of cake that you can't eat.
yeah,
Because it's.
okay,
we're still cooking,
yeah,
you know,
all right.
making it.
And as far as, to me, I thought the parking was a little better, from what I understood, but, that was my understanding, the parking was, that problem seemed to be alleviated a little bit, and we worked on other things. Obviously, the big one was the security here, and that takes, we spent a considerable amount of money to do that, and I think it's, that's a work in progress. It's just like when you tell me, hey, here's what, here's where they're going, right? So, well, we're, I want to get them, drive them all.
What I'll do is, you have to understand where we're coming from, because every time we hear this project going on over here and over there.
Yeah.
And when we want something, we're working on it, we'll get back to you, or there's nothing in the budget for it.
Well, so you got renovated a couple years ago.
Right, exactly. They don't have cameras, they want cameras. You got cameras first.
But, so this is state money, pot is state money.
Yeah. The other side.
Osborne and Weed Drive is the federal side. Okay, so where they're getting all their paving and all that curb work and all that work done down there, that's federal dollars that cannot be spent here at Oak Terrace. You can't mix that money.
So, can you explain how you got the money from the federal, so that we can do the same thing, because as far as I'm concerned, the federal, the state, and whatever.
I know.
They're all in the same.
I know. I get you. Yeah, we had to, so Christine just said, we did secure money, a few years ago for the renovation. We're working to get this new grant because
We don't get the grants like we do here. We get the Department of Housing grants like we did here in Robert E. Huck for the renovations.
Right.
We don't get that at the federal sites. What we get is a monthly allotment of money. So it's just, the sites are structured a little bit different, but that one hadn't been, that site was built in the late 70s, so we just repaved it now. So it's not that they're getting any preferential treatment. You got repaid before they did. It's just a matter of every site you have to juggle, you have to, work with the money you have and prioritize improvements based upon the money you have and the urgency of them. And we felt the cameras were urgent.
and right now they're,
Security.
And I commend you on the camera, because it's, like I said, it's made a big improvement, traffic has stop for maybe 10 cars per day to 1 or 2 a day. You
Mhm.
know, we still have the speeders coming through, we need a speed bump back in which where I heard they used to be one. And, I'm just asking, because every time I turn around, these projects are going on everywhere else.
Yeah, is that,
Yeah, but
yeah,
years ago, it was all about, Oak Terrace getting the renovations. Right now, it's just the other
Right.
side.
That was, when we did Oak Terrace, we also did Hut and all those, a couple of places down here, and there was a discrepancy about, we were supposed to get new equipment, and it was being passed off as secondary from other places. So I don't understand how you say that. It's like we're on the lower, we're on the bottom of the totem pole. It's a matter of fact, actually. See, Matt, you weren't here for that.
yeah, I hear what you're, but I don't think you are, from what I see, I mean, what I know the history of what, and, I want you to think about it. We have, I understand we do have a lot of residents here. We also have more buildings than any. I mean, HUD is one building. We did spend the money here.
No,
I
we
just,
spent
we Christine worked very hard on it, submitting this grant, because we had a hell of a deadline in the spring. And matter of fact, they told us that the money was only gonna go to Congress or to housing, right?
Mhm,
And if they,
housing.
and we pushed, just let me finish, we pushed, the housing authority pushed the town, because had to go through the town to apply. They balked, and we pushed them to do it, and they pushed it through. And that's a couple $1 million, right? What is it, 1.8 million
Mhm, Exactly.
for the heating. So it's not that, you're getting shortchanged.
Well, I mean,
I would like to see some trees down, I would agree, but.
I know what they're talking about. When they did the renovation here, they never got the new equipment,
The appliances, because that wasn't part of the grant.
All right, hold on. I'm listening to Joan, just 1 minute. Okay, all right, I don't-
When they did the renovations here, they didn't get their new appliances. Remember, you took them from We Drive and all that. A lot of them they had because they didn't give them brand new ones here.
It wasn't part of the grant to give the new appliances.
Oh, yes,
But it was.
I remember reading it.
No. Originally, it was requested, but it wasn't awarded because we needed so much money for the site work, because we ended up having to redo sewer laterals throughout the complex. There's a lot of underground.
You were even supposed to get trucks to come in and move the people, and it ended up that our maintenance guys were doing it. You don't remember all that.
Oh, I remember it.
Okay.
And we would
But
have
that's
burned
why
out, we would have
we
had to
didn't-
given something else up if we paid for relocation costs. So what we did is we agreed to have our maintenance staff do it rather than put people in
Because
hotels.
I remember reading all that. and
But
they
it
were
wasn't
supposed to get
that,
all that
no,
those
it
things.
wasn't something that was included. What it does is they give you, if you're gonna spend for relocation, then you're gonna lose more on site work.
But,
all right, George, okay, yep, go ahead.
And I think that was just poor planning to begin with.
Okay, well, I can't-
There were issues with the general contractors and the whole thing was a fiasco. Not saying it, it was just too much.
Okay, I can't go back now, I can't fix, so,
Well,
but if someone has I'll tell you this, but if your appliances aren't working correctly, then you need to tell us that, and we'll take care of that. I mean, it's not,
But that wasn't in.
Okay.
That wasn't in the contract. The contract, the grant. Was amounts of money earmarked for that particular thing. And what happened was, because they were running short on money, they borrowed from Peter to pay Paul.
okay.
And it was very frustrating for people there.
Christine, could you just give me the details, so I can, I'm gonna research it for you, I'll research
Well, I
it,
appreciate it.
and I'll just see where we are.
I
don't know what-
How many, general contractors do we have? 3?
No, we had one general contractor, but their management changed.
Right, and then I went to another one, and the general contractors were telling me that it was a fiasco.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, Jerry, it's water under the bridge.
Well, no.
Yeah, but I will-
It's going to be doing all these things, let's get it down to where we're getting the money there.
Okay, all right, so let's see, here's what I can say, moving forward, if we are awarded the heat pumps and that, we have a awesome guy who oversees that project,
Mhm.
right? We
Right.
have a really top notch, and he's the one that helped us write the grant. I mean, it was a big job to write that grant. He helped us with that, and he's gonna oversee the project, so I think, and you know, and we're here now, so, all right?
When you say heating, what are you talking about, the wall units?
Yeah,
With the outside compressor?
Heating, cooling, sorry, yeah,
Thank you.
yes, ma'am.
Christine, with maintenance, do they still replace the pans that on the stove that go underneath the burners? Or I heard that we have to buy them now?
well,
They're a specific size. So, I mean, I can't just go buy them anywhere.
yeah, we were having a hard time getting replacements. So it depends. I mean, there's people that are blatantly, you know, rather than clean their burner pans, they just want new ones. And we
Right.
try and urge people to clean them, but I'm having maintenance check them individually. You know what I mean? Because,
Which I bought my own a couple of times, but they don't fit. It's hard to find that size.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And also Robinson.
Mhm. Yeah, wrap them in foil to protect them. They didn't tell me anything about that.
Yes.
Walmart, they have them? Okay. Rochelle said that Walmart does them.
We're just talking about how to take care of you. That's all. That's all.
They fit, the big one? And take one of your old ones with you.
All right, it sounds like you should check Walmart, so I'm, here's what we'll do. That was really helpful. All right, is there any more public comment?
Regarding the trees,
Yeah,
because there is a humidity problem in these apartments. And I know there's a lot of people, have asthma and COPD. I've been very sick all summer because I had problems with my unit. They just cleaned it, it was full mold. So I mean, the trees are the problem.
yeah.
And I think the trees need to come down. This way there won't be no more mold problems in the apartment.
Well,
I have a humidifier running constantly in my apartment. I've always had these problems.
okay, I know we earmarked the trees. I hear it as a priority, and we'll put that back up on the thing, all right? So that was, and we'll work on that, but it's basically when we had the money to spend with the tree guy. We can't come in here, we don't have the money to even to cut every X down.
I mean, really inspected, because there could be people they're not clean, they're all moldy, like mine was, and I have weight. I mean, these people are breathing in, that's not good, and they're not being inspected. They're only, they just come in maintenance and they dust off the top, they don't actually go inside and see all the mold inside these units.
All right, let's just look at this. Let's just look at the schedule. Can we just look at, maybe we can, okay, all right, so maybe we can, we can, I thought I thought there was a maintenance schedule for that.
We changed the filters and we.
All right, excuse me, I need that one conversation, please. One conversation, please. I know, but I'm trying to work on your, talking to Christine about that, so if we have can we just dig up and I thought we had a maintenance schedule, but can we just?
Yeah,
look
we
at-
changed the filters, et cetera, and then when Maritza does inspections, she's checking those to see if they are in fact, dirty. And maintenance is also checking them when they change the filters.
And when we vacate an apartment, I would hope that.
Yeah, exactly. When the apartment's vacated, they pull the cover off and they clean it the best they can. If they see the coils are dirty, then they have it.
You don't have a maintenance contract. don't you?
No, because,
You guys think we should do that? I said that a long time ago.
yeah,
Because we do one at a time, but it's better to have a maintenance contract. We say we check them all the time. I know that a lot of these things are on the work orders.
Okay, right, yep,
which it would turn up every.
I am, because
That
that
would-
takes me out. And I
That would
put it
eliminate
on and dry them.
for everything.
It's changing the filter,
know.
putting them back in there wet.
Yes.
They're not taking the time to dry them, and that's why they're getting all moldy. Whenever they knock on my door, I tell them, no, I'll do it myself. You can't put them filters back in there wet. That's why mold is growing in there. They need to take the time to do
we'll
it.
do a filter.
This is maintenance you're talking about, Marie?
We'll do a filter maintenance
Yeah.
class.
Because we bought extra filters, so they should be putting a dry one in and taking yours back and washing it and drying it.
All right, okay, we'll work on that as well. Okay, all right. Yes, sir. Yep.
Regarding sidewalks on Osborne Road. There's a sign that you drive up that says caution, elderly walking. Well, they have to walk in the road. Okay, i.e. myself.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm one of them. There's no sidewalks on that side of the road.
Where's the other side?
Or the other side, yeah, true. But we had to park our cars down at.
yeah, right, yeah.
So that's where they
Okay.
can walk, down the road.
All right, that's,
And that's people coming up. It's around that bend. They fly through there and,
yeah, I know, we need this, I know, the speed bump, we heard about
I
that.
mean, it's, I
Yeah.
don't know.
We've addressed, we talked to,
General, right?
we've talked to, Jeremy about that,
Mhm.
but we'll talk, okay, Osborne Road,
And the police are doing checks.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
all right,
that's why we're trying to get this paving done as quickly as possible. Unfortunately, that site doesn't have a lot of parking to begin with, and then when it's
well, yeah.
being worked on. it's
Well, we
really a
can talk,
challenge.
it's probably a town thing, but we'll, I'll see, what we can- okay. We'll get Jan on that one. All right,
No, you won't. Anyway, go on.
When the trees come down, is it the intention to make your park lot?
well, I think we have a plan, we sort of looked at, when I was first on the board, we talked about the parking and so forth, and extending the parking, it was a bit of an issue, and I think we sort of worked that out a little bit. I think we would like to add more parking spaces, because I often hear that we have, people have to park in a certain spot because of, how far they have to go and so forth, and so, yes, so the short is, we plan to expand the parking somewhat where we can. I think, Christine, you actually looked into that, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
we looked at it behind building, building 15-16 area.
Yeah, good,
I think that's you.
then you jump. Okay, so yeah, so I think that, the short is, yes, we would look at that, but that's, that's not gonna happen next week, next month. I'll do the best we can.
And just enforcing the parking stickers has helped. Because now only authorized people for the most part are parking in here, at least during the day when we're monitoring it.
And then, again, with the cameras have been a really great addition, so there's, if you see someone, even that, like, if you tell, let Christine know that, then, we can address that. Yes, ma'am.
As far as the cameras go, in this parking lot here, and I know for a fact that the last parking spot, which would be 10A, is, this car was keyed twice, and then it's not keyed like somebody walks by and comes against it. It's keyed to bare metal down this way, vertical. And the cameras are not picking it up. So I don't know if they can readjust it or something.
Well, did you call the police?
Why?
Yeah, I mean, you should file a police report.
I mean.
Yeah,
Right.
but
I said why, because what are they gonna do? They're gonna come up?
yeah, but the cameras may still pick up the people walking from either side. You know what I mean?
We have some people that walk back constantly doing business.
I
don't know.
There's a camera pointed on your building from the maintenance office. And then there's another one pointing this way, so I think.
Okay, all right, so here's the first thing, if you don't call the police. You has to go on record, because, no, we have given the police all access to the cameras. So they cannot investigate, now they can even have a tool to help investigate the problem. So if you don't, but you go, oh, why bother? That's not helping anything at all, so they can, let me finish, they can investigate, they have full access to the cameras. We have I just talked about this today with a friend of mine. We have an excellent connection with the police department. I think it's the new chief and so forth, then you have to contact them, because then it's part of the record. It just makes everything, we're able to track and to find it and get all, but if I hear all these stories and no one called the police, well, that's how much I can do, George.
What about curfew?
You know what? You and I think a lot alike.
They think, well, curfew, after 10 o'clock, it's subject to search and seizure.
Okay, well,
After 11, after 12 o'clock.
it's funny. It's funny that you mentioned the curfew, because
Yeah.
I think somebody on this board mentioned the curfew, and because I think that, that may be a way too, but
Right.
I don't know if that's possible. I mean, we talked, I ran it by the director, but he shot me down.
Cannot sleep at night and those people walk.
Yeah,
And then come right
right,
back.
sure.
to their house.
yeah, I know.
That tend to be a little,
Yeah.
I mean, but certain other people are doing business. in
Yeah,
that.
we know, yeah.
So, I used to take longer, I could even take. I don't know. Oh, yeah.
But they know.
That's the
You have curfew.
All right, I'm gonna wrap it up in a minute, so it's, are there, I'll put down curfew, I'll explore it. I already did that, but I don't think we're gonna get anywhere. Yeah, yes,
After 11 o'clock.
right. I mean, that's something that you do, right? Sure. Yeah. Okay,
Put constant wire on.
non-residents, all right. Any other questions?
But that should go out.
Okay. This is my last I'm taking today. Is that all right? If you want to, I haven't seen your hand go up yet. though.
Well, I just tried.
Oh, okay, you go ahead.
I
Yep,
would like to know, will there be a parking lot in back of building 18?
I can't even answer that.
You were saying yes, but will be a parking lot.
I can't answer that right now.
We're gonna have one because I think that's a little bit too. Some of our privacy will be taken away.
Okay, so here's what I'll say. Before we do any parking lots or extensions of a parking lot, we'll have a meeting about the parking lot. Fair enough? Okay,
We'll have a
Rhonda?
discussion.
I would like to know when all these people that are not supposed to be here are gonna be gone. And I don't want to hear it's being worked on because I've been listening to this for 9 months. I've got a guy in my building who's a felon. Okay, he's been arrested since he's been here. The police have been there in the ambulance 3 times to Narcan him to bring him back because he was laying out on the sidewalk and in his house. And nothing's being done. There's people living here that should not be here. It's been 9 months. It's ridiculous, as far as I'm concerned. And they're hurting us, these people. They're doing drugs, they're passing them back and forth across their porches. I mean, they're doing all kinds of crazy shit. And I'm tired of it. I'm tired of seeing it.
Well, if
nothing's
there's
being
drug
done about it.
activity, you know, that should be reported and you know,
It's
Sue.
been reported. And nothing's being done about it. I
Well, I
keep hearing,
haven't-
you're working on it, you're working on it, and this guy's been arrested, he's been here, he's a felon, he should have never been here to begin with.
Well, first of all, all right, so.
I'm just, I don't know.
Yes, I hear that, I hear this.
Yeah,
But every,
For the fireworks?
everyone is vetted, before they come in. And you know that, so. Okay, and we
There's
have that.
different rules in here for different people, okay? And that's as far as I'm gonna go. And if you
Okay.
wanna talk to me about that in private, we can have a
Yeah, I would,
discussion
oh,
about it.
sure, certainly,
Because there is different rules for different people.
okay, we can talk.
Okay, there are other people that get away with things that other people.
If
do
you
not.
would,
And I'm tired of it.
if you would like to talk to me about that in private, then-
I'm tired of it. Letting you know.
okay. Anybody else? Call maintenance, okay.
Yeah.
Barb,
They just replaced mine
Barb, did you put in a work
Yeah.
order for them?
last month. Yeah. They went to the train. He's not gonna do it, okay?
It went up 3 times today.
Today it happened before, last night it was 6 o'clock, and I had the fire truck come out twice. And today Paulie happened to be here, so he came and said it. So I don't know what keeps throwing it off.
Mhm.
I wasn't cooking at all. No, I wasn't cooking, I just,
Paul did send me an error message that I sent to the alarm company this afternoon. So I'm anticipating they'll be here tomorrow, so it's probably for your apartment.
okay.
So anytime there's something on the panel, like your issue, we send it over. So Paul alerted me this afternoon and I sent it over. So I'm anticipating tomorrow they'll probably be looking at your, yeah. Well, sometimes it's just a faulty wire or something that sets it off and they will have to come and look at the device.
The fire department said they weren't using salt.
Yeah,
Maybe the one-
yeah, they were just put in like last year. So it could be just a wire issue or a photo cell thing or,
They just put a new one in mine again, because they said it wasn't registered, it wasn't working.
Yeah.
The guys came.
Okay.
they monitor it, so they usually
Yeah.
know, and that's why there's errors.
All right, we're good? Okay, I'm closing public comment, 5:49.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm moving to commissioners' comments.
I like to put a request in to look for another lawyer for all these, people that, we can't get rid of here. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
And they're supposed to be out in such a time and they're not out. I don't know what's going on, and I asked Chrissy to look at another, we get another lawyer for them. Because we could look for lawyers, we've had this lawyer for many, many years, and I don't think he's doing a good job for us. I really don't.
okay,
We have all these people that are here, and they're still here.
okay,
To an extent, I mean, the issue in 17, he's gone, but we,
And how long did it take you to get rid of that person?
yeah,
a long
but
time.
it has nothing to do with the attorney, it's the court process,
No,
though.
don't tell me that. I mean, there's other places that have lawyers. that they work hard, not
Still have to
here.
follow the protocol with notices, though, that's, I think you're still gonna have the same problem. I talked to other housing authorities and it's the same
I
thing.
just showed you, there was an ad in the paper about, the Torrington. They just had an ad in the paper for looking for new lawyers for that.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is it's the court process, it's not the lawyer, they still have to file they have to follow the protocol of the court. And basically since COVID,
the courts have made it more difficult to evict people. There's more processes. We have to apply for rental assistance for them now, which we never had to do with the Unite CT program the last year and a half. So basically, before we can even try to get somebody out, we had to apply for rental assistance. That was an extra month or two in the process. That's what delayed it. Yeah. They used to, no,
Well,
and
she's
then they have all-
She's saying that, I mean, some people bring us here to tell us, I don't even know how to do it.
Yeah, don't believe all the information shared because it's not always true. Because the ones that she complained about, with the unsupported person, we added them onto the lease in one case. The other one is moving out. So
All right, let's not, explain all that right now. Okay, all right,
Yeah.
any other, I'm sure we can cover, let's do it next. So, do you have any comments?
Nope.
No,
No,
no, Maria,
no.
I do. What was I gonna say? Yes, I was gonna, but I forgot. Oh, I want to say congratulations on passing our HUD inspection with a max score of 90.
Oh.
That's awesome. We were a little worried about,
That's
worried, but
maintenance and
that
Carmelina,
was
the
a ton of
staff.
work on that. We really, really appreciate that. All right? Okay, that's it. All right.
Mhm.
All right. Okay, we're gonna go, we have to go into executive session today, so I'm making a motion, motion by Commissioner to recess to executive session to discuss the executive director annual review. Motion, please.
A motion to recess to executive session to discuss executive director review.
Seconded. All right, okay, so we have to clear the room. I'll see you in a few months. I said, I'll see y'all in a few months.
Few months, that's fine. Next time we're having another meeting. We're over out here.
I'm moving on.
Here, there you go.
Good night, Jan.